All right, I'm here at Davelle Clothiers. I'm in Reston Town Center, and I have the man here, Mr. Isley. Can I ask you some questions about the clothing industry and your inspiration? First, could I get a little bit of background for everyone that doesn't know this place, even though it's been around for quite some time? To me, it's like a local institution, right? But can I get a little background about?
Wow, what an introduction. Well, I'm David, and I'm the founder and originator of Davelle Clothiers, and we started, Callye, 30 years ago. Feels like yesterday, but that's because I have one thing, and I know my team here does as well. We have passion, and when you have passion, nothing can stop you. It becomes insurmountable. And what created this business was my passion. I used to own a chain of jewelry stores and got tired of it, oddly enough. And I've been to school for this, trained for this, and wanted to do this. So it was so easy for me to do that it became a natural extension of who I am and what I do. And to answer your question, we really concentrate a lot more on what we create than the designers that we carry, even though we carry a lot of the big powerhouse brand names in men's clothing, from Connolly to Eaton to Zanella. They're powerful. But what people buy here is when they see what they offer and they see what I do, they like that edge, they like that difference, they like the specialness. And how it all started, Callye, is I had a little simple shirt and tie and accessory store, and people saw the way I dressed and they said, "Can you make that look? Can I look like you?" And I said, "I'll make it look even better because it's you and not me." So I created clothing for them, and that's how it all started.
Wow, that's
sorry for the long answer.
No, that's absolutely perfect. So I'm wearing one of your shirts right now, and I always love the details. There's like little pops of color, if you can see, just little red and blue there. That's for me, and something a little fun. There's always all these little accents in there, and you just don't get that with most normal shirts that somebody runs out to a big box store and gets. So there's a lot of people that watch my content, and they want to start something, and the story of starting and growing into what you are today is really interesting. But I'd like to know a little bit more about that process. What does it take to see that vision and then go and pick all those little details like that and see it through and get it on your shelf?
You know, it's an amazing question, because I was talking to myself the other day, what I do quite often when I'm thinking about new ideas and designs, and I'm always looking at what everybody's wearing and how they're wearing it and why they're wearing it. And uniquely enough, this is a bigger process and more involved than most people really realize. And I spend countless hours, countless days, and sometimes weeks agonizing over a 6-shirt design that we have exclusively in the store. Now, it sounds expensive, but it's really not in the realm of what it takes to make it. But the buttons, the thread, the way that the interior trim is to match, it's all been thought out. It's been all really well done. And we do about 600 shirts a year, which is not a lot, but for a boutique our size, that's a huge amount, because people love them. They get addicted to them. Yep. They want more. They can't stop by not wanting more.
Yeah, I have shirts from all of those big names, and I think I have as many of those shirts as I have that many of your shirts.
Oh wow, that's flattering. That's flattering.
But I love the buttons in particular. They're always, it's like I just see this in my mind, like you in a warehouse filled with buttons, and you're thinking like, this is the perfect button for this shirt.
It's, you know what, you've really nailed it right on the head. Not many people have that ability to think that way, but yeah, it's true. Actually, when I go to the button store, the button warehouse, they tie an actual rope around me so I make certain I come out, because I'm so enthralled with it. I'm thinking, and sometimes a shirt comes from a button as opposed to a shirt and then finding a button. And then when I'm seeing different color combinations, because people from all over the world, mostly Italy, send me fabrics to review and examine. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to use some English Liberty of London fabrics now too. Nothing from anywhere other than in Europe, but the style and the quality is so rich and distinctive. And then we use double twisted yarn. Nobody's using double twisted yarn because it costs more. But when you wear it and you press it, it's phenomenal. And you can wear it 3 times and not have to launder it, because it always looks crisp and fresh and distinctive. That makes a difference. My marketing lady said to me, I love this. She told me, Davelle is in the details. And I loved it because it really is who we are.
So we talk with my coaching clients and with across all kinds of different products. We say, make something worth sharing. And I think that's the most demonstrable with clothes, because you're really just sharing it all the time. And you're putting those details forward. So, hey, I'm a professional in this situation. Hey, I feel comfortable in this situation. And it's kind of those details that show through, and you're sharing it with your customers. They want to share it maybe on their Instagram or their YouTube or whatever. They want to show it off to their friends. But really, that's what that connects with me, because people want to know, like, how do I make a product that people are going to want? And I say, don't make a product that people want, make a product that people want to share, right? They want to show off. And it has to go back to those details, right? Because if I'm going to wear this every day, a lot of people are going to see it, and if the quality is low, people are going to see that too, right? So
a lot of people don't realize that the way they wear is the brand of who they are. And I keep preaching that all the time. When I go into a building, long before anybody knows who I am or what I do, there's a different respect level at the lobby before you get on the elevator, and when you're on the elevator, and when you go to the receptionist or the lead person in the office, they treat you differently. It's that image, it's that persona that carries it. And you don't have to buy a lot of Davelle, but when you do buy the key pieces that make the difference, like you've learned as well. That one shirt you wear that's got the orange and white, I just kicked myself, I didn't keep one for myself, because that really is, I think, my favorite.
I really like that. The pattern is great. It wears really well. I like jackets. I think a jacket's an easy way to just play everything up really quickly.
Yep.
But if you had to pick one thing that you enjoy designing the most, what's your favorite? What's your favorite thing?
Wow. Depends on the day. Sometimes number one can be the new soft jacket that I've just created that we're blowing out of here. I called my friends in Italy and I said, give me a name for this jacket. And everybody calls antipasta, so we're calling this the anti-stress jacket. You put it on, it just floats on your body, and it really becomes a part of you. You could wear a t-shirt with it, you can wear a shirt and a tie, but whatever you do, you'll just want to wear it. That's my favorite today. Yesterday, it was some of the shirts I was designing. So every day you can feel and see and know the passion. That's what it's about.
Is that how you stay passionate about the industry after being in it for this length of time? You go back and you rekindle it somehow? Can you tell people?
Well, what's interesting is a lot of people look at the past to understand what the present or future might look like. What I do is I find inspiration from people all around me to see what they're thinking, what they're doing, and then from that, I take fabrics of old, fabrics of new, and take the new technology and create new things that are different, because when you come to Davelle, you don't ever expect it to see anywhere else. I have stores ask me to make the shirts for them. I'm not. It's just too much, and it's just my passion, and this is who we are, and it's what our DNA is. So these shirts, when a guy puts one on and he tells me he gets 1 million compliments, it means as much to me the time he tells me the first shirt as it does the 50th shirt that he's bought.
That's amazing. That's great. So I'm gonna stop asking you so many questions, but we're gonna take a little tour of the shop, and we'll put some video in there, because I know people now, their imagination is peaked.
Right.
But I've got my suit, I've got my shirt. I was saying we shot my wedding in your clothes, so I want to just share that with everybody else. But thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure people will have more questions about the business of clothes, or maybe they want to come out and get fitted for a nice jacket. So you need to follow the store on Instagram. You need to follow on Facebook and see. Right now you're doing a trade-in promotion.
We are, which ends in 10 short days, where you can bring your old clothing item for item and trade it for a new item in the store. Meaning if you have a sports coat you don't like, doesn't fit, maybe COVID changed the dynamics of the look of it, and I know that with clothing today we're becoming a little less formal, and to be a little bit more casual. So maybe not always a tie. Although, Callye, at some point, you got to talk to me about my tie factory in Italy, because I'm equally as excited about that. And what we're doing in ties is the story to a man's soul. So not to take over, because I will, but I love this with a passion. So yes.
That's why you have to follow the store on Instagram and their other social channels, so you get a piece of this guy when he shoots a video, and he informs you about the new things that are happening, not just in the store, but in style, and kind of how to dress and how to create that personal brand for yourself, which I'm a big advocate for. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.